Yeah, hi. So today let's check what I have here in my toolbox for financial wealth and how to build a nice portfolio. It's actually what I say is always the same. I recommend to save constantly, permanently, like every month or every 2 3 months. Whenever you have some money left, I suggest to save into great solid stocks and dividend payers. And if you keep on doing that for 10, 20, 30, 40 years till you retire, you will have a nice nest egg, and you can build up a wonderful portfolio. You have to have patience. Whenever the market tanks, whenever this happens, there is a military strike, there are demonstrations, whenever there's a crash or whenever there are problems, for example, the Euro crisis, Syria conflict, Egypt, protests, whatever you have. When the market tanks, you load up more, you put in more cash, and it's just a constant saving. I would avoid to trade. I would just save up for the long run. The more you add to solid, rock solid stocks like Procter and Gamble is more than 150 years old in 80 countries. They have much more than 100,000 employees. It's a strong company. Companies like these, if you put money in for the long run, you will do very fine on the long run. Short term, to be honest, stocks are very risky. They can tank in a crash. They can tank like 20%, 10%. Sometimes it happens 2 3 times in a century. It happens that they go down 50% or maybe once in a century. That is actually not so dramatic if you see it as an opportunity. Whenever the market tanks, you keep on buying, you add to your portfolio. Some people, what they do is, like Warren Buffett, they're so smart, they build up cash and they just wait for such a correction, for such a dramatic shift downwards. And to be honest, I tried it. I am not able to keep the cash because the problem what I have is there's almost zero interest on your day-to-day account, a money savings account. There's no interest. So if you pile up cash on that account, I have an emotionally problem to keep it there and see how stocks pay 3-4% dividend yield. Why not invest in them? So Warren Buffett would say of course you need a cushion. You need to save up some cash for your normal life. And it's smart to have that cushion. It's recommended. But above that, I mean, that's a personal thing. I keep on saving constantly, and if the market crashes, I add out of my income. If I have money left, I add more, and that's what I recommend you to do. You will retire very wealthy, and you will see the portfolio will be very strong, and over the decades it's an amazing thing, the stock market. It's growing on average 10%. Some 100 years ago the Dow Jones was at 68 points in the beginning of last century, and now it's at 15,000. So that's an amazing engine, and it's based on the wealth that is created in the world, on the wealth per capita. It's getting better. The average life of an average person on the planet they have more wealth than ever before, and that will go on for the next 100 years and for the next 100 years. So the easiest way to participate into this long run up in this engine is just the stock is just the stock market. The stock itself is the greatest asset you can find. It's just the best over the long run. Short term, it's dangerous, it's very risky, it can tank, it can go down 10, 20, 30, 40 or 50%. But be patient, keep on saving and take it easy. Okay, I see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.